Turning it on. We're feeding through to the people, I believe, Walter. Can you guys hear us out there? Let us know if you can hear us, if everything is feeding through properly. You are listening to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Let me remind everyone to go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list, look around for Lola's deals. Also, you could check out the Strangerholics tab on there if you are looking for different platforms that we're on and stuff like that. Okay, Walter's giving me the signal of 2. Now, let me say this to you guys. I know everyone's waiting, Walter. Everyone's waiting for our amazing accolades that we have in the beginning of the show. But unfortunately, Walter, this is what's going on right now. Because of the chip shortage, the worldwide chip shortage, we were unable to send our agents back in time or forward or into other dimensions or alternate realities via our specialized machine that we call our portable operating tactical teleportation yeeter, otherwise known as potty. That's what I don't know if you're aware of this, Walter. The special device that we use is called potty.
Is it triggered with a bidet or is it triggered with toilet paper? What is it triggered with?
Yeah, it's powered on poop. Yeah, it's recyclable. So, yeah, we call it portable operating tactical teleportation. Why am I messing up teleportation? Teleportation yeeter. That's what it's called. So anyway, we need chips for the potty. If you understand where, the potty needs chips, right? I mean, this is nature. That's how it goes. So it's with sadness and trepidation I have to just make up the fact that we are number one. We are the number one Second Amendment podcast in the universe, Walter. That is facts. Number one. We are number one at doing number 2.
You number one, Joe. You number one.
Yeah. So all right, so listen, big shout out to TUSC Firearms Crypto. We'll talk about that a little bit here if you guys want to know. We'll get into that a little bit. I'm hoping Walter is planning on don't even tease people with stuff, Walter. This is the
internet.
That's
my paper with the stuff on it. So
yeah, this is the internet. People will freeze frame and figure things out. But listen, so let me.
I can't figure it out.
You can't figure it out? Yeah, we'll get Walter all figured it out. So we'll talk about that here. Let me smash the open and let's jump into this right now. Oh, that's not the wrong button.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange situation.
Make sure you guys smash the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up, ring the bell so you can be notified when we go live. Walter, ring the bell.
See, yeah, you need to get on that potty and go back in time and fix that.
This is what happens, Walter, when the chip. Walter, that's because of the chip shortage that just happened. The chip shortage.
Is it chip you use to wipe with? That chip?
It's the chips you drop. It's the chips you drop. Do you see? Do you get it now?
Like chips? Buffalo chips.
Yes, exactly. Buffalo chips. Precisely, exactly. Almost. Yeah, so listen, shout out to everyone. Make sure you smash the thumbs ups there, ring the bell, all that kind of stuff. This is episode 767, 767, Walter, of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast.
That's an airplane.
Yeah,
767.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
This is FreeForAll Monday. We've got Walter Keller joining us. Babyface P, I think, is going to be a little late. He's trying to fix that specialized machine without the chips. He's
got to eat some pizza to make the chips.
Yeah, he's got a special method that maybe he'll get the chips. I don't know. Maybe he'll get the chips working. I don't know, Walter. We could try. That's all we could do around here. So it's FreeForAll Monday. You're here right now. How was your weekend, man?
Pretty quiet. Sunday I had some broken sprinklers in the yard. Because the yard is in sad shape now. We're gonna have to get some new sod and something. It looks terrible.
Okay.
So, but I fixed a couple broken sprinklers on Sunday. What else? That was my honeydew stuff. Saturday. What the hell did I do Saturday? That's how exciting it was.
Were you working?
What was that? Yeah, we did a yes. Saturday was a like a military appreciation day, if I'm not mistaken. I forget the exact term for it. But we
Oh,
did an
okay.
event at a local. We did an event technically at a local funeral home that was having an event that
Okay.
specializes in taking care of veterans and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
um,
That's cool.
we had 10 of the local vehicles there with I think probably 9. One of the vehicles was on the back of it was a motorcycle, Fergie's motorcycle in the back of his truck.
Hmm.
Um, that you did the video on there,
Oh, the
and
Harley. That's the
yeah, the Harley,
Harley.
yeah.
What was that? I forgot already. It's the um. It wasn't the
It's the
MT. Wasn't the MT something? Wasn't
MT
it
500.
MT 500? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Harley with the Rotax engine. Yes.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, we had like 10 vehicles there, and we were there till about 3:30, and
Hmm.
then we went over to a local barbecue place down in Safety Harbor, had a couple adult beverages,
Hmm.
and then I headed home, and a few of those guys went to another event over at the Quaker Steak and Lube. They were having a Jeep event for Jeep people, and
Okay.
since I don't have a Jeep, I
Yeah.
I went
You're
home. I went home and relaxed in the air conditioning. So
sadly left out. Sadly
yeah,
left out.
yeah.
Edward Andrews says wrong channel. No, you guys are watching the right channel. You guys
Yeah.
didn't know we got upgraded with new technology? Come on, we're always upgrading. We got all kinds of specialized machines here. This is how we go and get these factual accolades to you guys at the beginning of every show. But we just couldn't do it today because,
Yeah.
the machine wasn't working.
So that was the weekend for me, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean,
Hmm.
um, which is fine. I
Hmm.
mean, don't have to have big doings every weekend.
No, sometimes you have to take it easy and try to recharge your batteries. I
Yeah.
know I was trying to do that, but I didn't. I didn't have much luck at that, man. There's so much editing that I have to get done. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Where's all
So,
those videos we made? Come on. Come on.
I just posted the. Didn't you see the Didn't you see the Uzi episode part 2? That's
Yes,
posted.
I did. I watched it front
Yeah,
to back. I
yeah.
did an excellent job talking with Richard there.
You did, and for people who don't know,
That
um,
right. Richard looked. I mean, that weekend when we got together, Richard
mhm,
looked like he was on
he was in
my
bad
opinion,
shape.
he was on death's door. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he looked jaundiced, and I was like, man,
yeah.
Rich, you rough.
He was sick at that time, and luckily for him, here's the video. By the way, YouTube pulled our like they put us on limited for that video immediately, and we can't do anything about it. So there's not really much we could do.
Limited people
Uh,
seeing it, or
well, all of that, whatever goes along with limited. So they with the monetization, they limited it. So basically, no monetization. Like I just pulled it up here, and there isn't any monetization on it.
of course not.
So listen, I appreciate everyone who can go look at it and stuff like that and check it
Sure.
out. But yeah, here's Richard. He wasn't feeling well back then. But this gun is no joke. The what was it? The micro Uzi. Holy
That thing is
bejeebus.
like awesome.
Yeah.
You see how look? It's like I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Just skip for where is the part? I'm trying to find the part here where that's what you guys see in the thumbnail. Here's the part with this is a treat right here with Will
The
Killer
sheep
Keller.
going.
Yeah, trying to be all coolio smooth. Then he's trying to be
It's
like
almost. Oh, the guy.
he doesn't want to smile. He does. Yeah, he doesn't want to smile, Walt.
He got half a grin.
Why does Will always have to be a badass? What is it like? Especially when he's hanging around with us, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna. These guys can't see I'm having fun. But anyway, that's a good video. That's a good video. So
That micro Uzi full auto rivals the PPSH pistol.
yeah, and how fast it? Yeah,
The
man.
only difference is about the PPSH pistol.
Hmm.
There's more fire and explosions closer to your face and stuff when it's going off because of
Yeah,
just the uncontrolled nature of it. So
yeah. You got the only so there was some. I think it's a cool video. You guys, if you haven't seen part 1, go look at part 1, which is just with Walter. But part 2, I think, was pretty good. CJ says Will was all rambled out. What was that? That's a German uniform,
yeah,
German
that's
jacket.
West German Flecktarn. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
Night Train says
and
that
that's
Micro Uzi
his
Devon.
headphones. He's got actually you can hook up and have a mic and all that stuff. On
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh, these guys are for real, man. They're for real with their military vehicle correctedness or whatever. Yeah. I try to jack that Brit. Come on, man. I like that British jacket, you know?
Oh yeah, I let Hank borrow my at the military vehicle rally. He comes there and he's cold. The poor
Yeah.
little soul is cold. So I let him borrow my my British DPM style
Yeah, that's nice.
ammo jacket, and he was like, "You don't really need this anymore, do you?"
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the one I bought in Evesham in England. I'm not giving that up. No way.
You know, that's just selfish, Walter. That's all
Yes,
I
it
can
is, and I'll be quite. Yes, it is.
That's all I can say about
I
that.
let you wear it all weekend. Come on.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. You know, now it's imbued with the Hank Strange soul.
Plus, I let him use my
The scarf.
neck wrap, the whole thing that I had stowed in the back of my other jacket. That was also bought in England, by the way.
Yeah, I want the whole set, Walt. Next time you go to England, or someone in England needs to get that for me, and I will pay you back with some TUSC crypto.
If it wasn't for the effing stupid COVID stuff,
Yeah,
I would have probably been going to England
this year.
this summer because
Yeah.
there was an event that we wanted to. Once they announced they were going to have this event,
Mm-hmm.
and me and Sean Darren go, we're going, aren't we?
Right. Uh-huh.
And then of course they canceled it because they extended the COVID stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're starting to pull that back. But
Mhm.
over there in Britain, they're already in England, the UK, as they like to say.
Do they want the vaccine? The vaccine passport?
They're already, there's been an uptick in the secrets, the new variation of it.
Yeah.
So they're already. It's like, there going to be another shutdown?
Well, there's different This thing is mutating, and this is what people don't understand about a vaccine. It's not very helpful when it mutates. Richard Mondo says DPM jackets are good. I miss mine from my Army days. So I guess that was probably the same jacket that Rich.
Yeah, that same camo pattern.
Yeah.
Rich, all you gotta do is go to the military vehicle gatherings that are starting to get wound up again over there in the good old UK, and you pick yourself up one.
Yeah. Maybe if we're really super nice to Richard Mondo, Walter, he will, he will bless us.
Maybe if you're super nice to him, he'll buy one and send it over to you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I already have mine.
If you, oh, I see how you're gonna be now. It's like that, huh? Actually, Richard Mondo was sending me an email earlier. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Because Richard Mondo, he, let me see if I can
get his papers. Get his.
No, no. Let me see if I can show you. Here we go. Let's see if I can run this in here on the. Here we go. So check these out. Richard Mondo picked up a bunch of these. This looks like isn't this the Chimney? What is it? What's the Suzuki? Yeah, this is what is it called in England?
Like Defenders. They look like Defenders.
Is this? No, this is not a Defender, I don't think. I thought that was the Suzuki. Okay, listen, Richard Mondo, tell us what those are. I thought that was the Suzuki. They came out with a new, not the new version of the Samurai.
Version of the Samurai, basically.
Isn't that called the Chimney or what is it called?
Jimmy.
Is it Jimmy? I
don't know. It's a little bit bigger than the old one. I know that.
Yeah. So, Richard Mondo says he's going to the tank place soon.
Oh, going to the tank museum?
What? I'm gonna have to get one of those jackets, and I'm gonna have to get one of those jackets and a scarf. Let me know. I'll figure out how to. If you're signed up for TUSC, Richard Mondo, I could totally pay you with TUSC. I'm just saying. But I'll be happy to send dollars, actual dollars.
Any of the military vehicle gatherings, or they even have I want to say militia, military flea markets over there in various cities and places. All the vendors have that stuff. There's multiple vendors with all that, with all the different types of camo.
Okay. So are the sizes the same in England? Like I'm double extra large.
Yeah, you just want to get a big boys one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll work on that. We'll see what we could do. I don't know when Richard's coming back to America. if he's coming this year or next year. He might not. He might not also be able to travel right now.
Oh, um,
You know.
you know, I knew Costco
Mhm.
coupon book showed up, and
Mhm.
inside the Costco coupon book, it says new COVID um, guidelines or whatever.
For
So
Costco.
now,
Oh gosh.
because the CDC says if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Now you
Yeah.
can go into Costco without
Right.
your
And
mask
here's the
on.
funny thing. Here's the funny thing. How do they know if you're vaccinated or not?
They don't.
Because they can't check you. That would be a HIPAA violation.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal in Florida. Our governor made it illegal, but it'll also be a HIPAA violation. It's none of their damn business.
Nope. You can't.
So,
You can't. You can't walk up to somebody and go, "Hey, you got AIDS?"
I mean, that's yeah.
Right?
Because there's a whole
Right?
bunch of things wrong with that. It's
You
rude.
can't walk up to
It's
somebody and say,
rude.
"Hey,
It's
what are you,
not
a
your
nut job?
business. Yeah, it's not your
You a
business.
nut job?"
Yeah.
So,
So,
did you
and
get
you
your?
can't
Did,
stop. The flu is a mutating thing. I don't know how many times it's a living thing. Do you know what, Walter? If we could get if it wasn't for the chip shortage, and we could get back in our time machine and go back about a year and a couple of months ago, there was this sage, very handsome guy here on this podcast that said that a flu is a living thing and will never go away. I don't know.
no, you were what you were saying was that that the COVID thing's never going away.
No, it's never going
And
away.
yes, in that respect, yes, because it's like the flu or any other virus that's always out there doing what it's doing.
It's
And,
just mutating and becoming. So
right.
you could get all the vaccines and everything you want to get. And I'm not. Look,
But
I'm not
man,
knocking anyone for getting a vaccine. I'm not going to knock anyone for that. If you
but
want to wear a
if,
mask, that's your right. You can wear a mask. There's people who are
yeah.
saying, even though the CDC is changing the guidelines, there's people who have the vaccine. They've got both shots. They're saying
And
they're
there,
still going to keep wearing masks.
and I would be willing to bet you,
Mm-hmm.
when I bet, usually I bet when I know it's a sure thing,
Mm-hmm.
that most of these people out there and wearing masks, or let me say that back up, most of these people
Mm-hmm.
have got their shots, are still wearing their masks because they're scared they're scared of their shadows.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you? I saw today young people walking around outside with a mask on. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my thought on that's another thing too.
Richard, Flying Rich says that's how you know. He says
Yeah,
it was
well,
nice walking around yesterday. It was nice seeing people without their mask and the Biden supporters.
yeah. But I think some people think they're just cool wearing their black mask.
Probably.
They think they're like it's like the kids that like to dress all up in the black and all
Yeah.
that stuff. They think that when they got their mask on, they're like a bandit or something.
Yeah.
They're like,
Well, also, Walter, if you commit a crime, how do they prove that you did it? If your
well,
face is covered. If they can't see your face, can they, how do they positively identify you as the perpetrator?
I don't know about that, but you know what?
So,
Um,
I'm just saying, though. I mean,
we have ways to make it tough.
yeah. Yeah. So Richard Monder says, this is Jolly Old England, Richard Monder. He says that that's the Suzuki Chimney, the new one,
Yeah,
the EU.
Chimney.
So why did they ban that in the EU now? You can't have those?
No.
Why is he saying it's banned? I didn't realize that was banned. I thought you could get them in the EU.
I mean the actual trucks.
The Chimneys, yeah.
Yeah, the actual vehicle, not the
Wait,
matchbox.
hold on. Because I wasn't aware that they banned them. I thought that that you could buy those in England. You can't buy them in America. Why would those be
Well, because
banned?
they haven't went through all the safety stuff and the airbags and all that monkey business. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was seeing videos. Of them.
I don't know
Um,
about jolly old England, but
yeah, I thought they were back. I thought they were back in England. I didn't think that they were being banned or anything like that. Oh, we got Babyface might be joining us here in a second. Oh, I gotta hold on. I gotta put it.
they're virtue signaling when they're wearing those masks like that. And
Mhm.
they're virtue signaling, meaning to
Don't
me they
get
don't have any
okay. Don't
virtue.
you're gonna get Patrick started.
Oh
The-
no! What are we
stuff-
talking about? Virtue signaling with masks?
Mask, yeah.
Did you guys see
What
the
I was
Rachel
saying
Maddow?
was what I was what I was saying is a lot of these younger people I think they're cool. It's just cool to wear the mask. They're like a bandit, They're just-
David Hogg said
it's like
I didn't want to interrupt. David Hogg said that, and that's the crazy kid, said that he's going to continue wearing the mask. If you look at his Twitter, he said he's going to continue wearing the mask because he doesn't want to be mistaken for a conservative. I'm not kidding.
What is wrong with people? What is wrong with
Dropped
human
on
beings?
their head as a baby?
Yeah.
You know, why do you have to? Why do you have to spill your guts?
Yeah. Why do we have to know all your stuff? Oh, Patrick.
There you go. Man.
SH.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You're showing this off again. Cracking a cold one.
Probably.
Yeah.
I actually, funny enough, over here. So this is my. Sorry, I'm gonna get you guys way off topic. This is my pencil case thing, little pencil box. And today I cracked a beer at like 6 o'clock, and I went to go grab what I thought was the it's a bottle opener, and it's a live 50, not a bottle.
You can still use that probably.
Probably.
It'll work.
Hey, catch it on the edge and use your hand.
Yeah.
And hopefully you don't
Yeah.
hit the primer.
You got to put the beer down range and shoot the top off.
Yeah.
Spin it, just right up.
Yeah. This whole mask.
Anyways, what am I
Just-
interrupting? What did I jump in on?
No, we were.
The trick is just to nick the cap, just to peel
That's right.
it off. That's it.
Yeah, the manly. Open it on your beard. That's how you know you're a real man, I guess. Yeah, we were to. Welcome to the show, by the way. Thanks for being late. What's going on?
Don't
with
tell
you?
me. Listen, our pizza haunt took 40 minutes to bring a pizza to the table, which everybody's out though, which is good. Everybody, I guess, wants to get out of the house right now. Everywhere's busy.
Well, duh.
Yeah, because of the relaxing of the situation. Even though, listen, I'm glad they're
I never
relaxing
cared
it.
in the first place.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad they're
Even the
relaxing.
scaredy cats are getting out. Even the scaredy
Yeah.
cats are getting out.
I've never cared. I think it's funny.
Yeah, and by the way, most of Americans haven't even gotten vaccinated, including people that work for the government.
Hey,
a lot of people
this
that work
weekend
for the
that-
government are like, no, I'm not taking that thing. Right now.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
They-
So
At this event we were at on Saturday at the funeral home there, they had a bus there that was giving vaccinations,
mhm.
and I think the people in the bus said 4 people.
4 takers.
4.
It's the perfect
Okay.
setup, really, if you think
Yeah.
about it. You jab them, kill them, and then take them right around the corner to the funeral home. You're all in one place, one location.
Yeah. Did you
Peggy's,
guys? Go ahead.
Peggy's one uncle who's had both the vaccinations
Mhm.
tested positive for COVID.
Yeah. There's people. I got an email. I think who sent this to me? I think Anonymous sent it to me. But there's several hundreds of people who got both shots and still got COVID and died. So I think
Guess
the number
what?
was over 200 people. So
But guess what? That's like you said, because what they got vaccinated for was not what's going around.
yeah, because it's
And
mutating.
they
it's,
probably had
Just
faith.
it's just how the flu does. Have you guys seen that there's a state? What was the state that's giving you a chance to win $2 million or
Ohio.
something in the lottery?
Ohio.
I sent you that link for Ohio. It has a lottery where 5 people will get $1 million if they've been vaccinated. They can enter.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
I mean-
it's a medical procedure so great that we have to try to pay you $1 million to get
we
you
gotta
to do it?
bribe you.
Bribe
Yeah.
people to get
Bribe you.
We gotta bribe you into it, you bastard. I'm trying to look at that
I
story.
don't understand it. And then the truth came out when the CDC last week lifted their mask mandate, changed everything around. One of the doctors who has been reporting, I should say, quote unquote doctors, who's been reporting on the quote unquote news media, CNN, said that, well, how are we going to get people to get the vaccine now if there's no way we can force it upon them? You've opened everything up. What do we do now to get them to take it?
Oh, you're not
I
supposed
know.
to force.
I
You
know,
can't
it's
force
like-
people to
it's
do
easy.
it.
Come
What
on,
are we
wait a
talking
minute.
about?
God.
Forcing people.
It's simple. All you
Mhm.
gotta do is start talking about this new variant of it.
Yeah.
New strain.
And how it's gonna
and people
kill
panic.
how it's gonna kill Granny.
Or
And-
or unfortunately, like what's happening to my people in India, They're gonna say, "Oh, crazy Indian version coming over here. We got to go back into lockdown all over again."
I don't know if people. I think there's some states that could do it. I think there are many states that I really hope their citizenry will never allow this to happen again, ever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We're pretty stupid as a society. We do not learn from.
If people want, if people want to do stuff, I'm not. Look, I will not knock. People can do whatever they want to do. People do lots of things.
Yeah. You do you, but don't tell me what to do.
The idea of trying to force everyone into it, and you think you can't stop it. You can have everyone can get vaccinated, and then we're still going to have mutations of that, and people are going to get sick, and all of this is going to be going on. So you might as well let people take their chances, and most people are actually going to build up immunity.
The highest efficacy rate that we had for the flu vaccine in the last 10 years was like 60%. Because who knows what the new strain's going to be?
A lot of medical professionals have not taken that thing, including ones I know including ones I sleep with every night.
The women, supposedly the women on Marley's floor, the nursing staff up there are like, I ain't putting that. Not the flu vaccine, this one here. They're like, I ain't put that shit in me. I don't know what it does.
No. Yeah, I got the flu shot this year. The regular flu shot. I got that.
Never do.
Because
you're vaccinated then.
Lola gave it to me. Boom.
You're
vaccinated. You got the chip in you.
No. It's not the COVID one.
It's not the chip kind. It's not the one that tracks.
You're vaccinated.
It's not
you can go.
Actually, Lola's actually giving the COVID vaccine now. She's actually giving it to people. Yeah.
But the FBI says you can go in jail for 5 years if you make a false card.
What? Are you serious?
Now they don't throw illegals in jail for 5 years when they come in with fake ID, do they?
What on earth are we talking about?
Come over the border, it's all good. Smoke weed, do all kinds of craziness. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Spread the AIDS virus, no big deal.
Make a fake version of an already fake card.
Oh my, that's insane. That's the only thing law enforcement has against people in general is you have to.
Yeah.
Try to get them to follow your laws.
I don't have to have a card. That's against the law to make.
You know what? It's like this phrase that Lola and I were talking about over the weekend. It's like putting a hat on a hat. It doesn't make any sense.
Putting a hat on a hat.
Putting a hat on a hat.
Yeah.
Is that like double wrapping your? Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Business,
your two hats on, two Jimmy hats.
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm telling you, there's
just pure insanity everywhere.
Yeah.
So what did you do this weekend, Patrick?
Yeah.
I went shooting on Saturday and did some work in the. What?
Shooting? Who shoots anymore?
I know. I only did enough rounds to do the video. And
only the ballers. Only the ballers named Babyface P.
I did a magazine and a half, and then I was like, I'm not shooting anymore.
Yeah. What did you shoot, Babyface P? Let me see if we can find it.
It went live today. If anybody wants to see a video on the Elk Inspector DR.
Oh, hold on. Let me run this in for the people who don't know. If you don't have Babyface P, just search it. The YouTube channel. Go to it. There it goes. That's what it looks like. Oh, by the way, Babyface P. Congratulations to you, and you're welcome. You've hit 25,000 subscribers. Walter, I think a round of your welcomes are in order, right, Walt? I think this is an appropriate.
I think I'm good with that after the first 5,000. I think I did the last 20 on my own.
We are taking credit for everything you do.
All the way to the end.
Yeah, just put that to rest in your brain, sir.
Yeah.
I haven't provided all the projects, but I did provide a couple.
Yeah.
So.
Walter, it's all us.
I have one sitting here I got to finish.
It's all us, 100%.
That 22 revolver mine sitting over there.
It's sitting in the garage. I saw it the other day and was like, "Holy crap! That's been sitting there for so long. I need to get it done."
I just thought about it. We must have had a brain like a connection.
A mind melding.
Yeah.
My 22 revolver. I could ask him about that.
Yeah, and like that background is eerily familiar where he shoots. So
that is a big deal for anybody that's not aware. Having property that you can go out on that's not a public range or private range even. Yeah. Oh, that's a big help.
Yeah. But listen, before we get into your whole thing though, And all kidding aside,
Wait hang on a second. Hang on.
all kidding aside, Walter and I are we should at least get each of us 25% of the credit for all your accomplishments.
Sure.
From here.
How would you like the check for $10 made out to who, and where do I send it? That's about all YouTube gives me.
Yeah, Hank
Send me
Strange
some of
Media.
that. Send me $10 worth of TUSC, and that way I'll be like a
There
millionaire.
you go.
Oh.
I'll send you $10 in TUSC. You'll be a millionaire, a TUSC millionaire.
So listen, let's do this real quick. Go ahead,
Hang
Walt.
on, somebody's giving you $5, man.
Okay, boom. Here we go.
Oh,
Money, money, money,
First firearm
money.
training, give you $5. Look what he's saying.
Scorched Earth Firearms gave us some money. Thank you. He said, "Real men go to Dirtfoot Racing."
And he is awesome.
That's all. It's easy to win over Walter here. Easy. So yeah. So look, honestly, okay. All full kidding aside at this point, congratulations on hitting 25K, Patrick.
now we just got to keep moving. I'm not done yet.
Yeah,
Not
that's
done
pretty
yet.
cool. That's
I told
pretty
Marley
cool.
I'll quit at 100.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you won't.
No,
quit it.
I know I won't. I am a whore. It's true.
Yeah. He's never gonna. He's not gonna. You know. He's not gonna look. But that looks pretty good. The Elcan. Someone's asking you how much.
Yeah.
Someone's asking you how much the Elcan is. You guys need to go here, smash the thumbs ups, and comment and all that on the video.
I bought it.
What is that Elcan?
The new price on them is just under $2,000. I bought it for $1,275 used, which is still expensive, but far cheaper.
Yeah.
I sold mine for $1,250, so it was just about the same price. So I was like, man, okay, this is the opportunity for me to get another one, get my hands on another. So.
Yeah. By the way,
That
shout out. Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that needs to go like on a full size battle rifle.
They make a bigger one. They make a 1.5 to 6 that I think should totally go on like a Scar 17 for sure.
I have a gun that just came in. It'll be awesome on Patrick.
We can try it out.
Let me see. I'll share it with the people here. Let's see. I've got. Let me see if I could do this properly here. Check this out. How about this? We got this Centurion BP-12 in here. I think this is appropriate for us to
Oh,
put
that
the okay.
Well, no, I got something we should put on there. We should do some testing. I got a really cheap red dot. Well, $150 green dot from. Oh God, what's the name?
That's not cheap.
Versus a Trigicon, which is $4.
Yeah, but when you said cheap, I was thinking $20. What are you talking about?
No. 150 is like that sweet spot where people will spend.
See,
we
now,
should put that on there. 2012 gauge.
Walter,
Or how
do you
is
see how high post he is right now?
No, the cheap ass red dots. No. I'm talking
Whoa.
like the cheap of the
Sir.
nice red dots.
Sir, when you said that, I thought, oh, maybe one of these companies that makes like these 20.
$50 or something.
Yeah.
No. This is one that I bought. What's the name of that company? That True Glow? I got their new True Glow red
one
dot.
of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But to us poors, Babyface,
Yeah.
$150. I mean,
Under put up.
Anything under 2 to me is a pretty good deal if the red dot can hold up.
Mhm.
Because not everybody, people. I don't shit enough gold to where I can just go out and spend RMR money for all of my red dot needs. $500 a pop is a lot of. Now that's a lot of money to me.
Yeah.
But 150, I could swing 150 every now and then.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up. John Ski. I'm trying to keep up with everything, guys. I am gonna go back to some of the comments or ask again, and we'll get back to some of the other stuff. John Ski says, Hank, any thoughts on the ATI Bulldog Bullpup shotgun? I've only seen it when it was in prototype. I haven't actually shot it, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's similar
Is
to
that-
that one that we're just showing, right?
Is that another Turkish-made gun?
No, I think probably, right? The ATI one probably.
Yeah, I don't
They're
They're
know.
all, as
A
far
lot
as
of-
I can tell, they're all based on the same
Yeah,
mechanism,
Yeah.
the same receiver.
It's
The
just the
only-
plastic they put on the outside. to
Yeah.
make it look good.
The only one that's made here in America is the one from Standard Manufacturing, right? Is that out? Did we ever actually see that hit the streets? Remember, Standard Manufacturing was making a bullpup version of. I mean, okay, there's not the DP-12. They were making The DP12 is
I
tube
think
fed. They were making a magazine fed bullpup version. I remember that from a couple years ago. I'm not sure if that ever came out.
I think the best bullpup shotgun, or is it even considered a bullpup shotgun? Is that one that you have, the 870, or is it a? It's based on an 870.
Are you talking about the kits?
The old one.
No, the old one. It's not based on an 870. It's a Mossberg something.
No. No, are you talking about the real old school one from the 80s that I bought somewhere?
Yeah, that one. I think that's the coolest one.
Okay, I gotta go back and
short.
look that up. I gotta look it up and see, because I can never remember the
Got
name
that
of it.
Swivel stock on the back? Yeah, that thing's cool.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram, which is the only way I remember what it is. I don't even know where that gun is, actually.
Hank's safe is the place guns go to die. They never get shot. They just hide in there.
It's
most of the bullpup shotguns you see on the market now are all made in Turkey. All made in Turkey, and they basically run a. I don't know if they're running a Benelli type action in them or what.
They have Turkey's got a new Benelli M4 type gun here in the States.
I've seen one of those one of those came through the shop.
What did you think of it? Did you play with it at all?
I mean, I had to. Somebody had taken it apart, or said he had taken it apart, or something, got everything all jammed up inside of it, and I had to kind of unjam it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but we figured it out.
Yeah,
you're not very
complex.
complex.
I was like, oh, this is cool, man. You know,
it's a $500 Benelli 4 supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that BP12 that I'm showing, there's a whole bunch of different versions. No. Here.
This is the one that you have there. Okay.
Yeah. The one that I have that you're talking about is the Model 10 Series B from High Standard.
Yeah, High Standard. That's it.
Standard,
cool old school thing.
Yeah.
And if you look at that shotgun, you go, okay, you got a little shoulder piece, you got the basic action right there, and then you got they injection molded a grip and ran a trigger bar up to the front, and that's your shotgun right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We've never done a video on it. We need to do a video.
You've never done a video? Oh, I'm going to take you to do a video then when you're not looking.
I thought you already did a video.
Oh, I've not seen it in person.
Oh, you haven't? Oh.
No, it was hiding out in a safe somewhere.
Okay, yeah, that thing's locked up somewhere.
Yeah. I haven't actually seen it.
It's sitting right next to his Steyr. That's what
Yeah. I have shot that, even though Hank has not shot his own Steyr.
Yeah, the Steyr. I haven't done anything on the Steyr. We need to do
a side by side with the Steyr and the Microtech.
Yeah,
that would be a good video. That'd be a very good video.
Yeah. We need to do a bunch of.
Has Mac done that already?
The Steyr. Wait, I'm pretty sure.
Steyr and the Microtech.
You know what? I wonder if Mac has one of those Microtech.
I could let people in the video touch my knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have the whole kit, which is pretty rare from what I hear.
You know what? That's a good question. I wonder if Mac has that Microtech Steyr.
Did you pick that up used, or did you buy it new when they hit the market?
No, I ordered that.
It was really. You must have really wanted that because they were expensive.
Brand new.
They were pricey, if I remember reading.
Well,
it was
okay.
$2,000 when I bought it.
Yeah, but those have gone up. Do you know why?
Oh yeah, because Microtech recalled them all.
Yeah, Microtech bought a bunch of them, from what I hear, to get them off the market or get rid of them or something like that.
Yeah, they don't want them. They supposedly, the story I heard is they supposedly were never supposed to be imported in the U.S. They were told by one company who made them for Microtech, hey, yeah, these are legit. We have the licensing. We can make this for you. And then they imported a bunch of them, and then Steyr was like, whoa, no. We didn't give them the license so they could sell it to other people. That's not how this works.
No.
Yeah, and then they were like, oh, shit. So they had already been sold at that point.
Left-hand bolt kit, too, by the way. So.
Yeah.
Oh, my. You went hard.
Right hand. It got both. It can go either way. It goes either way, you know.
Oh.
That's you better watch out. It might give you some things. It goes either way.
It's got a big magazine, too, big boy.
Oh, I bet.
Right.
I bet it does. That's what it's known for around town.
Yeah, you have to bring
old honking mag.
You have to bring that. You have to bring that whole setup here. We should do a bullpup thing.
Yeah.
At some point, we should do a bullpup thing, like all the bullpups that we have amongst us.
Oh, the bullpups.
Yeah, I don't think, Patrick, you don't have any bullpups anymore. You bought one for me and then selfishly sold it to someone.
Listen, I had to
Sacrilege.
pay my rent, my mortgage.
Yeah.
That's one that I would like to have back, though.
Yeah, well, you can forget about that. I know who bought it, so you're not
I
getting
know,
that
I
back.
probably will never get that one back.
Oh, well, it's the KSG also. Bullpup KSG.
You've got the
Oh,
KSG.
sure.
Yeah. I've got several. I have the DP12 from Standard Manufacturing. KSG. I've got that High Standard. I've got Steyr AUG, RFB, RDB. I've got the AK-74 bullpup from Century Arms.
Yeah, my 22 bullpup.
I got a 22 bullpup, yeah, from which also, from what I hear, people are
Very
looking for
rare.
those. Yeah,
That's a very rare gun.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. Walter
I
didn't
wouldn't
know
bet.
that.
They stopped
No.
making them and stopped
Well,
importing them. I believe they're
yeah.
still made.
We bought it, and I was thinking, oh, this would be cool. Put a little can on the end of it, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to shoot
Okay.
it, and it was ammo particular. It didn't like
Yeah,
certain
it
kinds
is.
of ammo.
Yeah,
And I don't. 22 needs to shoot anything.
Yes.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Listen,
it's too picky on ammo.
Do you think that this is a frickin' TX22 or something like that? Yeah.
I could go for one of those.
Which, speaking of, by the way, I also have we actually need to get together and do some videos, because I have the TX22, the new one.
oh,
That's-
Oh, you got one in.
from some-
Nice.
Yeah. We've got some. We actually do need to get out. It's just been a little crazy. Kathleen Music Lover says, who was it that just said that? Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says bullpups suck.
I'm trying my best to be
Yeah.
as sparing as possible when it comes to ammo right now, because
Yeah.
I don't know the next time I'm going to resupply.
Yeah. Born to be a Shooter Josh says, which gun is rare? The G22? Yeah. From what I hear, it is. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They stopped importing them a couple years back, so they
Yeah, I mean,
On-
they weren't selling. They weren't selling.
Mm-hmm.
no they
I think-
but that's why the
I think I remember when CDNN was getting rid of them. They were getting rid of them pretty cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
what they
always miss out
special.
on these
CDNN
things.
buys a lot of like closeouts and stuff, and then
and
Mhm.
CD didn't have some pretty cool shit though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Flying Rich says, I think there's a bullpup day coming on the Hacienda. Yep, that's all top secret though. Apparently. We're not talking about that yet.
Shh! Don't say anybody. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, the only hints we can give you is go back to our episode with Control Pew. That's all I could say. Because I mean, it's in there.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
Let's see what else is going on here. There were some questions that people were asking, and I wanted to.
Blaine Rick was asking if Steyrs take AR mags.
Mm-hmm.
The new ones do. The later Steyrs take,
Hanks
but
Hanks does. Walters does not. I want to say.
and the
Yeah.
earlier Steyr AUGs don't either.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
mine's
have
the
to get
new
the
high
A3.
tech. Mine is the newly improved one, also OD green and awesome.
Have you heard any of the stuff about Steyr not being able to import their 9mm kit for the AUGs?
Really? No, I didn't. I never heard that.
So Steyr makes
Or
a-
something? What's the-
I don't know exactly why, and somebody out there probably knows more, but Steyr makes a 9mm conversion kit for their AUG, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get them imported. The ATF said no for some reason, whatever reason. Whereas Tavor, you can get the 9mm kits no problem. So I don't know how
Yeah.
that worked exactly.
And I had
but
a 9mm kit. I can't remember if I sold that or not. I did
For
have
your
a 9mm.
Tavor?
Yeah, I did. I had
That's
one.
cool.
I can't. I
But
think
it's
I
just-
sold
yeah.
it, if I'm not mistaken.
It's cool, but it's a pig of a gun.
You don't
It's
really.
just a shame the thing.
It's
You
just
would
big
want a
and heavy.
smaller. Yeah, if for a 9, you would want a smaller, lighter gun.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
And then I know people that bought the Tavor with the 9 specifically because of that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Mhm.
Why? I want to see if I like it. It's like, well, you're not going to see if you're going to like it with a 9mm. I mean,
Oh, no. People don't realize
any
9mm,
any little buddy can shoot a 9mm. It's like ting, ting,
straight
ting, ting,
blowback
ting.
9mm aren't that fun. they're kind of uncomfortable, weird little things that have more recoil than the base gun that they're built on.
Well, 9mm ARs do because they're blowback.
Yeah.
Then you go to the MP5 and you know it's party time.
There's nothing. There's nothing like an MP5.
I knew that's
Everybody knows.
Here we go.
Go to the cage. Just switch up that one more position, and it's like.
Oh man! Listen, double, triple tapping is yeah. That gives you the fizzies right there. That and on the Chris Vector machine gun.
Jeff and I were talking about the Chris Vector last night. And he was like, I kind of want a 10 mil Vector. And I was like, it's great. I love the Vector. It's awesome. But it needs to be full auto. It's supposed to be full auto.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the whole reason for that action.
Yes.
Full auto. Not to go pink, 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 pink.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe binary. I'm trying to flip through here and look at my pictures because I do. There's a there is a 9mm that we're gonna do some stuff on coming up as well. Go ahead.
And I think I think people out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way they have done the Gen 2 of the Chris Vectors is you can now remove the whole trigger component stock chassis thing and put a new piece on. So you could do 45 or 9 or 10. You can switch between them. And it might just be 45 and 10, something like that. But it has a little more interchangeability on the newer ones.
Yes, somewhat. From what I've seen. We have the 22 Chris Vector.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think it's cool.
And there is a binary for the Chris Vector, isn't there?
That would be cool. I don't know.
I think that there is. I think there is a binary for the Chris Vector.
Of all the guns out there, it just doesn't get me excited. I don't know. It doesn't.
In semi as a pistol, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
full.
Yeah. Well, everything should be full auto. Okay, I can't find it. It's too many pictures. Behind.
You know what? I don't know if you did you see the text I sent this morning about the Automag pistol?
No, I was busy this morning.
They're making the Automag pistol again, which is what was used.
44 mag, semi-auto,
impact. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. These are from Edward Andrews, by the way. Andrews always flexing on us when we're doing the show with awesomeness.
Have they released a price on it yet?
Oh, yeah. There's pricing on all those. Yeah.
The Automag?
Yeah.
Oh, the Automag's already out. Oh, I thought they were still like pre-production.
Yeah, those look good, Walter. I saw that.
I almost.
Who doesn't want 44 mag loader?
Well, it's 44 Automag.
Oh, it's a different.
It doesn't use a 44 Magnum. It's not a rim case.
Oh, I thought it was a rimmed 44 mag.
There's only one manufacturer of the ammo.
You got to reload it.
It's about $2 a shot. $2 a shot.
Whoa!
Yeah. Do it, Walter.
Automag, come on.
I say do it. No, by the way, look at the shirt Babyface is wearing. Let's see that shirt. Look at that. Gun nerds. Yeah. Rocking the Gun Nerd shirt. Very nice, very nice.
I've been watching Automag since I was a kid. So you know, that's one of those guns that's like, I need one.
Yeah.
It's not really bad price.
Yeah.
You can get into the base one for like $3,400, something like that.
It's not horrible, but that is expensive.
It's a good looking. It's a good looking gun. I guess I got it. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Iconic,
classic looking.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a link of the one you were looking at, Walter? Which one were you looking at?
I was looking at the 6.5-inch version because it was a cheaper one.
So it's Automag from
Yep.
The Pistol Ultra.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get the bigger 8-inch long barreled ones, all chrome.
I mean, so this is what I see here on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So let's see.
That's it. Oh, and that is sexy looking.
Yeah.
Oof.
Come on. Yeah, there we go.
It looks like a Browning Buckmark, but in 44 Magnum or 44 Automag. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But you can shoot an elephant with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't shoot elephants, but you know, come on.
Right.
You could if one was rampaging in your village. You could.
Yeah.
Yes. If there was a tiger on the loose,
you could take it
instead
out.
of letting that tiger just walk around for a week until people eventually voluntarily.
Has it been a week?
They've caught well, not caught, but the guy.
Did they catch that tiger or did they shoot?
Yeah, No, they it got turned over to a sanctuary, like a Tiger King type of
Where
thing.
did it come from? How did it just get out in the public?
Because some dude had it. You didn't see that video?
I didn't watch the whole thing, no.
Yeah, it was at some dude's house. Some guy who is in 2017 caught a murder charge, and he's out on bail or something like that. And he had that tiger over there, and somehow the tiger got out, and then the guy who was there didn't shoot the tiger, which I kind of
imagine knocking on your neighbor's door and being like, "Hey, Timmy the tiger, yeah, you remember that? I don't know where he's at right now."
It's a tiger cub, and I think its name is India, which is like...
Have you seen? You go up to him. Have you seen my tiger? Wait. You haven't seen your own tiger?
Yeah. So if you look at the video, which I'm not gonna run it in, so YouTube doesn't go after us, but so the guy has a gun. He's like an off-duty deputy or something. He has a gun. He doesn't want to shoot it because he doesn't want to take out a tiger. Also, when you're face to face with something like that, it's like a whole different. It's a spiritual experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Big cats. You shouldn't kill a big cat.
Here's my thing.
If it's eating me, yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
You don't want to let that go though, and then it does something to someone who cannot defend themselves.
Eats Granny out walking her dog?
Yeah, or some kid
Wait,
or whatever.
Does what to Granny?
Yeah.
Eats her. Right up the
eats her out.
Eats her out. Yeah.
Oh God!
The dog runs away. It's like alligator attacks. The dog gets away, and Granny gets eaten.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think Walter understands how he said that.
No,
phrasing.
Phrasing. We don't need to worry about it.
So anyway, so the guy who had that tiger got it, jumped in an SUV, and drove off, and then he turned himself into the cops. But he didn't turn back in the tiger, but eventually his lawyer or something, because I think they were afraid that the cops would do whatever they wanted to with the tiger, so they gave it to some sanctuary.
What are you going to do with the tiger?
They would shoot it.
No, I don't think. No, they said they didn't want to euthanize it, but so anyway, it's at a sanctuary now.
Really, really, honestly though, what laws did he break? I mean, is there a law in the books of not having your tiger loose in the city?
In Texas, I don't think so. I don't think he could legally have that tiger where he was in Texas.
That's what he was breaking.
It depends of what part of Texas you're in, of whether or not you could have it. Look, I'm going to say this about this kind of stuff. These things should not even be in zoos. Okay? Even zoos are cruel for tigers. We need to leave tigers alone in their natural habitat somewhere that we're like, okay, here you go. Here's your section of the planet. I
disagree with you.
That would work, except for the fact that, the Chicoms or the Chinese and all these Asians.
They want to cut their dicks off and use them for.
They went to tiger dicks so they can have a dick.
Yeah, for traditional medicine.
Until you stop that kind of nonsense.
But it's cruel.
You gotta have some captive raising of tigers.
Yeah, but it's cruel for people to have things like there's a big difference between a tiger and a machine gun. Like a machine gun, a person needs to manipulate that machine gun to make it go off, right? A tiger can go off on its own.
Having worked in the zoo environment, I can tell you that if you don't put animals in front of people in that environment, they will give no shits about the animals. The only reason we have conservatories, working overseas to try to protect those types of animals is because we have zoo environments where people see them and go, oh yeah, I don't want that to be dead. I don't want people to turn their dicks into soup. Like, we don't want tiger dick soup. But if you don't have that in front of people, they stop caring very quickly.
Well, it doesn't. They don't see it.
Yeah, it's not in front of them. So it's like the same with the manatees, same with the dolphins. You don't leave them in front of them, and then they're like,
Can I just say this? If you don't have problems with your schlong in the first place, then you don't need
the tiger dick soup.
You don't need to make soup out of exotic animal schlongs in order for you to get your wang up.
Can I tell these little guys something? There's modern technology for that.
It's called it's called Cialis. Is it Cialis? I don't know.
You heard about the guy the guy got a Viagra pill stuck in his throat, right? Woke up the next morning with a stiff neck.
But listen, it's cruel. It's cruel to have these things and have them in a house or in a little backyard.
No, that is not where they belong.
Yeah, you don't.
Not at all.
You don't need pet tigers. You don't need pet pythons. You don't need.
Especially social animals. Animals that are like primates, for a good example, they are social creatures. They need to be around their own social creatures. Having a chimp in your house where you leave a diaper on it and give it Xanax so it doesn't bite your face off, it will eventually bite somebody's face off.
Yeah. Eventually that Xanax flips it the other way, or it gets.
And it did that. It was here in Florida that it did it.
Yeah, it builds up a resistance
You need to dispatch it.
Okay, can I explain something to you? When a mad monkey, is ripping your face off, or a tiger is biting down, chomping down on your ass.
Ain't nothing you can do. It is stronger than you.
Yeah. Maybe if you home carry, you might have the presence as all your blood is draining out of your body.
Or when that beautiful python that you love so much is around your neck, squeezing your head blue.
Yeah, typically when you're sleeping.
It didn't mean anything.
You're only the peak of the food chain because of technology.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Beyond that, have you seen what
the animal doesn't mean anything. I mean, when I drive by,
it's an animal.
I live in farm country, and so this is like I see a lot of the signs. Beef, it's what's for dinner, right here, right? This is Florida's probably not number one for beef, but
we have a lot of cattle.
It's number 2 or 3. Yeah. When I drive by those cows, I go, delicious. Don't you think? Don't you think that like a tiger is like, it looks delicious. I'm kind of hungry right now.
No, run very fast. You can't get away. You can't run very fast. You can't run fast.
No, cows are slow.
Yeah. So it's not really their fault. It's our fault for trying to make these things live in our in our environment.
Yes. They don't belong there. They don't belong in our homes.
Yeah,
chimps don't belong in our homes.
Yeah, if I see a tiger and I don't pass out after I defecate, after I evacuate my system.
Did you see that tiger? Lola, did you see that tiger?
You got to take that thing
Keep driving,
out.
Hank. Keep driving. Don't stop. Keep driving.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
He downshifted.
Yeah.
Made the Tesla downshift.
I've seen
the overdrive button in the Tesla.
I've been driving around and seen lions and stuff like that, but inside of cages. Because another thing about Florida is you have a lot of circus people here, and a lot of circus people retired with those animals, and on their properties they have cages and stuff like that for them.
Yeah, big cats don't belong in cages either.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not a cool thing to do. So stop it.
Yeah, but that's my what do they call it? Your security animal or your make you feel better animal.
Yeah.
Like
anxiety animal.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get to this before.
Grandma.
Let me get to this before I forgot. Babyface, I don't know. Says people mad at Tim Pool and his M82 Barrett 50 cal picture for not having a scope on his sniper rifle.
So fucking what?
Yeah, maybe did he have irons? Where was this picture?
I don't know.
I haven't looked.
You know how many times I've shot my 50 cals with no sights on them at all?
You know how many times we put an EOTech on a 50 cal and it works perfectly?
Yeah, but Walter,
$25 red dot that I shot it with. Yeah. By the way, it survived probably 100 rounds out of 50 cal and it's still working.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Walt. You are kind of ghetto. I mean, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you would do something like that. Where is the picture?
Has been very good for us.
Where is the picture? I'm trying to find the.
I'm guessing if you, I don't know, whoever posted that, is it on his Instagram or something?
Yeah, I don't know if someone has. Is it on Instagram? Is he on Instagram? Is Tim Pool? I don't know. I don't really follow Tim Pool all like that. Let me see if I can find him on Instagram. Oh, Timcast.
But who cares?
I see it. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's shooting. Is this it? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's got iron sights on it. Got iron sights on it. Who cares?
Listen, he's just flexing, man. Tim Pool's got that that Barrett money. You can't hate. Yeah, he's shooting at close distance. He's got yeah, it's got it looks. What is that he has on there? It looks like he's got something on there for sure. I can't see exactly what that is because it looks like there's some kind of cord or something going from it, so I don't know exactly. But
if you're shooting close up, let me just give you a little hint here. If you're shooting close up, all I gotta do is look down the center line of the bore, and aim right, and I can hit freaking just about anything. So
yeah, so I think there's also video. This must be video of him shooting it here. This other one, it looks like it's video of him shooting it, and yeah, he's not that far. And I can see he's got iron sights up. So what's the problem?
Yeah, at that distance right there, if you bore sight it, if you look down the thing in the bore, it's not that projectile's not dropping or going weird places. You'll hit what you're aiming.
Yeah, Night Train says he looks real happy in that. This is the thing, like he's getting into it. He doesn't know about. He's not as sophisticated and posh as our friend here, BFP, to have an L can.
I can't afford one of those.
You know, you'll get a Barrett.
Yeah, I'll
get
one.
Yeah.
I bet this would work really good on a 50 cal.
Yeah. You know, I guarantee you right now.
That would work very.
I guarantee you guys right now, there's some company that would happily send Tim Pool an appropriate optic for for his 50. And you know, why would I blame them? This is a guy who was, how long ago was it that Tim Pool was like a liberal Democrat?
It was not that long ago that he would consider himself a liberal.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not mad. I don't know if I'm supposed to be mad about it. I'm guessing gun guys really don't care, right? You guys could tell us in the chat.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
Yeah, you just pick up a 50, you shoot it too. We do that. Even though I'm making fun of Walter for being kind of hood, we do that. You get a gun, you don't have time. You just want to pull the trigger. Point it in a safe direction. Pull the trigger.
All right, you're shooting, 25, 30 yards maybe, something like that. Into your berm or something.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to have a 12 power scope to see the thing what you're shooting at it.
Yeah, it looked like he was shooting maybe what was that berm, like maybe 50, 70
70 yards away?
Yeah, in that video they were looking at there, I can't be super sure. But if he actually, so I don't know if someone just said here's a 50, shoot it, or if he got that and then he was like, oh, let me shoot it. And then what happens in the gun world is you grow into everything. You're like, okay, now I need to get nice optic for this. I need to do blah blah blah. I'll start reloading, or this is how I'm going to get the good 50.
I guess so. Let me give this. Here's a Barrett. You can shoot my Barrett, but it doesn't have any scope on it. Are you going to be able to do it?
I think I'm going to be able to do it.
I can still want to shoot it without a scope on it.
I'm gonna have a great old time doing it too.
Give me that magazine. Give me all 10 rounds. Boom, 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 boom.
Listen,
boom.
Rambo would hip shoot that thing.
You don't need no sights. Come on, man.
And still take you out.
He took down the whole
Come on.
Viet Cong platoon with that thing,
Did people actually? Have we ever had this discussion, Patrick? Did people so when you look at the old movies like Rambo, let's say from the 80s, and everyone was hip shooting, nobody was all tactical like shooting up here. Did people actually shoot like that? This is the question.
No, nobody shoots like that. It's pointless.
Yeah. No, but maybe there were people who actually shot like that in those days. Well, you were a little kid.
Do you think like people learned from the movies to shoot poorly? Is that what you're asking? Because I could see that being a thing.
No, I mean, because, in reality, there are some people that shoot like that. So we would have to go back and look and see how American forces shoot, but I've seen stuff of in other countries, and they're not necessarily...
Oh, God. But yeah, they're not... You watch, like, Afghanis or any of those countries shooting, they're not hitting shit, is the problem.
I need to let you talk to... I need to let you guys talk to Doc. Doc, who
we should
work over there, and work with those people, and he can tell you
some stories.
He can fill you, fill you in on.
Did we? We never had Doc on the show, did we? I can't remember.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Barrett, there's a Barrett mag.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Want to see here if you can see it? I'm not joshing, or whatever. Can you? This camera's weird.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Can you read the Barrett thing on the bottom? You can't read it.
Not quite.
No.
No.
What does it say on the bottom?
It says Barrett Manufacturing, Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay. Do you have a Barrett?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
when you're making guns, I look. This won't work with any of our. It's too wide for the receiver, so because it's a double stack mag.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's so many. Okay, listen. First of all, let me remind everyone: smash the thumbs ups. We've got about 90 people watching. If we can just get all of you guys to smash the thumbs ups right now, we could easily get to 100 thumbs ups, which would be great. And I would appreciate it. I did talk about TUSC. Crypto is a thing crypto's been in the news. Anyone following crypto?
Not really.
Yeah.
Babyface. See, look, Patrick, you just missed that. Did you just hear what Walter said?
Walter just goes, yeah.
He goes, a little bit. Yeah. What does that mean, Walter?
I mean, I followed a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, you own some crypto, Patrick.
That means I'm gonna get some, and I'm gonna be a big.
Yeah. So, are you getting into the crypto game, Walt? Tell us what's going on here.
Well,
what's
I mean, look. Here's a game. Okay, when you say game, I can go out and spend $3,000 on that pistol I just told you about.
Mm-hmm.
I could spend $500 if I bought $500 worth of TUSC or $1,000 worth of TUSC. Mm-hmm. Even if it goes to $1 or 50 cents.
I don't think you don't. Yeah. So let me just say this. Don't even. If it goes to 10 cents, you're good.
Yeah. I know. It's all that it multiplies and.
Because right now TUSC is TUSC right now is, what is it? It's 0.000078.
Yeah.
So it's a fraction, a tiny fraction of a penny. So if it goes to 10 cents, it would be great. But as we've had Rob McNeely from TUSC on, the point is not for this to go to $1 or go to $50,000. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, they don't want a crypto that is volatile like the others. They want a crypto that can be used to actually spend on.
Right, you can't.
I think we talked about this before. Imagine going to dinner and being like, okay, yeah, this is 1.25 Bitcoin. And as you're leaving dinner, you're like, wait, was it 1.25 Bitcoin when I came into the restaurant or as I'm leaving the restaurant? Because that could be a big swing of dollars right there.
Yeah, you're literally paying. It's a difference between $50 and $150,
Exactly.
So it's designed to be traded, and if it went from where it's at now just to 10 cents, it would be great. But the point of TUSC is for us to actually be able to use it and buy and sell things to each other. And I can't, there's obviously I do own TUSC. Obviously TUSC sponsors the show and all that kind of stuff. So there's, there's that full disclosure on that for you guys. But there's some good things I think in the future that you guys will see to why this is they have everything lined up. What they need right now is for people to get on board, and slowly there are people getting on board and accepting it. I think we need a payment gateway so it's easy to buy it and sell and all that kind of stuff. And we need people in the industry to start adopting it and using it, etc. So,
yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Bitcoin's been, or not just Bitcoin. I think Doge and all that stuff's been going up and down with. I think Elon Musk right now is controlling the market or something, from what I see.
See where he stopped taking Bitcoin for his cars.
I think that was because of. I think that was. So I think the whole controversy there, and someone who is into, because I know people in the chat are not into this, but someone who's into it can correct me. So the way that a lot of Bitcoin is mined is actually antithetical to what people who are trying to save the environment would be into. So not us.
Burns power like crazy.
You mean making money and having a job and things like that?
No. The way that they mine, the way that they actually create the Bitcoin.
The way you create Bitcoin is through basically server farms that are set up to. It's a hash, and you have to find the right key to the hash, sort of thing. And every time a coin is mined, it gets more and more difficult. We've gotten to the point now where the hash is so difficult to mine, the only way you can really make money at it is you have to have a server farm the size of a warehouse constantly running with machines, just mining that trying to get the right key that plugs in.
Yeah.
So it just draws power. You have to AC the buildings. It's like running a server farm. It's just nothing but power and crazy amounts of power to run the place.
A lot of electricity. So just to explain it, actually, if anyone has a Hulu or something like that where you can watch The Simpsons, there's actually a good Simpsons episode that explains Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. But the way that it is that Bitcoin, for example, has never been faked. So it's never been cracked or anything like that. And the way that the encryption is kept and then verified is over these machines that are basically verifying this code all the time.
Through blockchain.
Yeah, so this is all happening over the internet, Walt. So these mining systems that are set up use a lot of electricity in order to do that. Yeah.
Are the mining systems paying their bill?
Yeah, they're paying their bill, but because
then so what?
Well, I don't care.
No,
I don't care.
No. We don't care about that. But what Hank's saying is that the environmentalists that jumped into this thinking, oh, it's better than the American dollar because it's environmentally friendly. It's not. Not even a little. Not even a little.
I'm sorry. When you said the American dollar is environmental, it's the American dollar is just like when people. So, for example, when we're talking about crypto, and then people get all mad and they're like, "Oh, crypto's BS." So is the American dollar.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah. So it's all fake. But because of the way that it's created, Walter, there's people that were calling Elon Musk a hypocrite because he's supposed to be all for saving the planet, therefore driving electric cars, which is not freaking saving the planet.
That's not saving the planet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Launching rockets every other week. That's not saving the planet.
Yeah. So
putting up all those satellites up there. So yeah, that's not saving the planet.
Yeah, you want to save. If you want to save the planet, just live your life. You don't have to deliberately go out there and try to destroy things. But we're all like, life is. What is it? It's, from The Lion King, The Circle of Life. There's a whole bunch of things involved in this whole life that we live. That makes the planet is going to spin and turn with or without us. But there's things that we do that makes things better in some cases and worse in some other cases. But in the long run, the planet is spinning without us, I think. So
all this worry about using electricity and all that bullshit.
Yeah. You know what?
Here's take a little trip and ride over to China. To China. And they make more pollution in China than the whole rest of the whole effing world.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So let me say this: the reason why I like crypto is because I feel like it's actually more secure than the American dollar. It's more secure. It's decentralized. Listen, do you know why the dollar's not secure? Because depending on who's president, and all the presidents have done it, they could just print money all they want to. That's what's happening right now.
There's nothing backing up of it. But the only problem with the crypto thing is it ain't going to get you no gasoline down at the corner store.
No.
Not for a long time.
Yeah, but guess what? If you have crypto, you can exchange your crypto. You can do it all. You could do it all online, and you can, you can still use it to buy gasoline if you want to. But you just have to go through an exchange.
When you go to, hello there. How much for the gasoline?
Well, there's ways that people do. There's ways that people do this. So, for example, PayPal, which I'm not a fan of PayPal. PayPal accepts crypto. There's credit card companies getting on board and accepting crypto and all that kind of stuff. So there are ways, because we have the internet. There's ways to do stuff where if you have money here, you can move it over here and use that to buy stuff. That's what we're all doing anyway.
You have to have that electronic device or something. At some point, if you're not with that electronic device, you still need something you can. Here you go. Here's
absolutely.
$10. Here's five AK rounds. Give me some gas.
Yeah, how often? Let me ask you guys this, and let's see what people think in the chat. But let's start with Patrick and Walter. How often do you use cash? No, how often do you use cash? Yes.
When I have it in my pocket, I'll use it. But I use debit card a lot. So.
Yeah, me too. I mostly don't even have cash on me. Every now and then Lola is nice to me and gives me like $10 or $20 or something. And then
I haven't been to the. To be quite honest with you, I haven't been to Creek in three times. So,
that's when you ball her up.
That's been a lot of my mad money.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. Anyways, it's a lot of money. I'm not gonna tell you how much. It's a lot of money.
You look like a rapper. Let's put it that way. Walter looks like a rapper when he comes back from the creek. He's got
fat snacks.
knots. Yeah, knots.
I got some Walter books. That's what I got.
Yeah. Listen, Mr. Bullshitter, I'm not sure if Mr. Bullshitter was who was just here, but someone was just here on the Hacienda, and they picked up 2 lowers. And Mr. Bullshitter, I'm not sure that it's the same person, but he says, Hank and Walter just picked up my lowers. They look good. Thank you. And I'm not sure if Mr. Bullshitter, was it you that was just on the Hacienda? And I don't, because I'm so terrible, don't remember what your screen name is. But I can show you guys, someone was just here and did just pick up from our FFL. Here, I'll run it in. Just picked up Hank Strange.
Look at that's pretty as a moment.
That is so sexy.
It's
That's
the
so
other one,
sexy.
the Walter one?
And
I
this is the
like
Seavis.
that. Seavis Pass and Parabellum.
Yeah, that's really, really, really nice. So I don't know if that was Mr. Bullshitter that just did that, but congratulations to you. Walter, I think you still have a couple of the Hank Strange ones left, right?
I've been told by my significant other and the CEO there's 2.
Oh, there's only 2 left.
CEO.
She is the CEO.
Yeah, she is the CEO.
I know, you're right. Absolutely.
Here's a close-up look of what it looks like, because Walter's pictures on the website aren't so awesome.
It looks really good. The
look at
detailing
that
on
looks
that,
good.
the laser engraving gives some really fine detail.
That looks good, Walter. That looks good. That's pretty sexy. Right there. And
I gotta thank my crew. My crew did that.
And then I think I have, let me see if I can find it here. I think, here we go. Here is the Seavis Passum, which is really sexy too. I am a fan.
I really like that Seavis Pass and Parabellum.
Yeah.
I need to order one.
Yeah. If I haven't, I can't remember if I ordered one of these or not, because I know I did get a couple of lowers from you the last time I saw you, Walter, but I can't remember if I bought any of this. Did you see that I had a Seavis Pass?
I thought you took 2 with you, but I can't remember because you have so freaking many.
Patrick, Babyface P, inventory control officer.
I can't remember if I have
just so many freaking lowers. He's a collector.
The official title now is inventory control officer.
He's a fine connoisseur of American-made AR-15 lowers.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for this, let me just tell you. I'll go to Safety Harbor Firearms real quick and show everyone. If you guys are looking, so here's the site, safetyharborfirearms.com. You go in there, click on the shop now. And so here's the Hank Strange ones that you can see there. And if you go back, I think this is the Seavis Passum right there. And then is there one that's just, they all have, on the flip side, they all have Safety Harbor Firearms, right? Well, yeah. Or you can just get just a Safety Harbor Firearms one, right?
Oh, Flying Rich says, Walter, put me down for a Hank Strange lower.
All right, okay. One left, my man. My man, one left.
Well, let me give you a little suggestion, Rich. Get on the website and put yourself down for one. That way,
go buy.
Something weird doesn't happen.
Yeah, because there's only those. I think when they're gone, they're gone. As of right now. Yeah. Oh, and then Rich gave us money.
Money.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that. I'm trying to find the thing that Walter made that we're supposed to make into a sample. It was in one of the shows, and I can't remember which one or where it is in the show. So yeah, if you want to go there and get that. What's coming up next with the lowers, Walt? After these are,
I don't know. I gotta look into more 80% lowers and what's available.
You have
we
to
made
get
these
some.
from. Everybody knows we made these from 80%ers. So
right.
But you guys aren't set up at the moment to do from raw aluminum, right?
You know, yeah. the problem from doing them from raw is the magwell.
Yeah.
They broach the magwells when they do that.
Broached, yeah, exactly.
What does broach mean?
It's
a big old piece of steel through and cut it.
It's a cutter that's made to the shape of the magazine, and basically you just force it through the aluminum.
Oh, it's like a stab.
I think yeah, kind of like a big cookie cutter, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
And it just chops it out.
And it just trims out the material. It does it gradually until it gets to the correct size, and it just pushes it out, trims it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That way you can get nicer, tighter radiuses in the corners and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the way they've always done those magwells, is broach them. So.
Okay, so that's specialized machinery you would have to have.
Yeah, they make a machine. The companies, you can buy a machine made to do, it's made to do receivers. It's
I have a feeling I know the price though.
Yeah,
I don't want to get involved in that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Brian,
specialized tooling gets very expensive very quickly.
It does, yeah, it does. So right now you would have to get some more, like 80%.
80%. Yeah, I gotta check and see who's got what the pricing is.
I was gonna say the problem right now. The pricing it's so high on everything, isn't it?
And availability. Now speaking of that, I'm getting more and more emails from companies that are offering free shipping. They're like doing package deals with guns where you buy this gun and that gun for this price, and prices are starting to, and even ammo. I've seen ammo start to slowly.
It's coming down. It's slow, but it's coming down.
What prices are you guys seeing right now?
Last big sale. I wouldn't call it a sale. The last big price, 1,000 rounds of 9mm was $450.
Or something,
which is still way overpriced. It's still expensive, but
yeah,
it is better than $800. So
I've been getting regular emails from one of the distributors that's been doing package deals on guns. It's like this gun, that gun, pistol, rifle, blah 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 blah, and then an email comes out Friday. It says they got an email from a broker, and you can buy how many? They were selling 9mm by it was like 500 boxes. Or something, and they said, if you're interested, it's a really good deal. They didn't put the price out there, of course. And I was thinking, do I buy some and then sell it? Do I buy some and flip it, or do I just let other people do it?
So I'm looking right now at Barnauls, right? Shout out to the Barnauls guys. I'm not trying to pick on them. This is what's on there.
I don't blame.
They've got
the dealers for the pricing. I don't necessarily think it's they're setting those prices.
So right now they've got what is this 5.56 at 85 cents a round to $1.03 a round.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it lower than that for sure.
Yeah, I don't. And this is what they have in stock is what I'm looking at. Or which I think I've heard either Patrick or Walter or both of you guys talking about. Like, see these ammo deals where you can get what is this 1,000 round case with the magazines for about $960. I've seen that kind of thing.
It's still not the time to buy. I'm still going to throw that out there for people. It's still not the time to go buy enough ammo.
Now, magazines are not crazy priced or anything right now.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought they would be up by now.
Well, because they haven't gone after them yet.
No.
Yes, is the
yeah.
There.
So I think it's a good time for people to still, you know what? Look, it's like the thing that's going on right now with the ATF and the what they want to do with receivers and all that kind of stuff. And we had Matthew LaRossiere on the show, and I think I made a snippet. Oh, what's that, Walt? What do you want to say?
Well, I was watching Crumpy the other night, and I guess ATF hasn't put their
comment
new ideas or guide. They haven't put it out in the Federal Registry yet.
Not yet.
Everybody that's got all fired up and sent them letters and stuff, it gets thrown.
Well, they're going to be ignored.
Yeah. By the way, Flying Rich bought a Hank Strange Lower.
Money, 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 money.
All right.
Yeah, here, I'll do this.
And I can almost guarantee they're doing this on purpose. There we go. I can almost guarantee they're doing this on purpose to try to let the heat cool down, and then they'll put it out, hoping that less people are paying attention, obviously.
Or, when they actually put it out, they'll add stuff to it that wasn't in the initial announcement, and then people just won't even
based on our complaints, because one of the things, like Matthew Laroussier was on, right, and he's a lawyer, and he specializes in the Second Amendment, and so we were talking about what we talked about last Monday, Patrick, and Walter. I think we all had this convo. What's going on with it? It looks almost like they're not going after people who have 80%ers to build them themselves, and he's like, yeah, that's not what they're doing right now. What they're doing is, if you take it to a store to sell it, they're trying to say it would have to be serialized. If you take it to a gunsmith to work on it, it has to be serialized. But right now they're not doing that, but they're going in steps, and so probably at some point in the future they're going to say,
of course,
yeah. So
turn the water up all the way and the frog will jump out, right?
Right. Yeah. So, at some point here they're going to go after everything. I think there's going to be some stuff like this that's coming out in regards to the pistol braces also. Sure. That's the next shoe that's going to drop. And while we're talking about all this, I think that, by the way, I saw Crump was talking about some different things here, and one of the articles that Crump has out right now, that I didn't get a chance to share it before we went to air, so I'll throw this up here on the screen right now. This is something interesting. SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the U.S., police cannot seize guns without a warrant. In a case argued in front of the Supreme Court that could affect red flag laws across the country. This is on AmmoLand for anyone who's interested. The SCOTUS ruled unanimously that the community caretaking exemption does not apply inside the home. So in Caniglia versus Strom centers around the police seizing the firearms of a man that his wife reported as suicidal. The incident that led to the issue started when Edward and Kim Caniglia began to have marital problems in their 27-year-long marriage. Mr. Caniglia grabbed his unloaded handgun and sat it on the table and told his wife, "Shoot me now and get it over with." So
you said it was unloaded, correct?
Yes. So he was just being like, being
dramatic.
He's being a little dramatic. Yeah, you've been married 27 years. It seems, it's. I'm not saying. Look, don't play games with guns. This is my advice, but it doesn't seem like end of the world kind of stuff right there.
This is the kind of stuff that there's a reason why that you have the Constitution.
Right.
And all the British used to play all these games too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys that used to, draw and quarter people and
mm-hmm.
hang them at their convenience and shoot them at their convenience.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they did. And they come stay in your house whenever they want to. Put their soldiers in your house. You
mm-hmm.
think do you really think there's Americans that are not above that? That wouldn't do that?
Oh, for 100% sure. There's a lot of Americans. They did that stuff in
Iraq. They did that stuff in Afghanistan and Iraq all the time. That's what pissed off a lot of the people in those countries.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's a war, and it's a little bit different. Americans have always done that, and everybody's done that. But when you do it to your own people, and there's Americans that would do that to you in a heartbeat. They'd throw you out of your house and put you on the street, and yeah.
So in this case with this guy, I think so it's saying here that he left the house and went on a drive, and while he was gone, his wife hid the gun, and then when he got back, they were fighting again, right? So she called him the next day. He wasn't answering. She contacted police officers to do a welfare check, and then she told him what he did. So when they got there, they found the guy sitting on the back porch. They talked to him. He told them he was fine. And went through that whole thing. So the police officers kind of like led him to believe they wouldn't take his gun, and I think he went to the hospital to get checked out, came back that he was fine, but they took his guns anyway. Yeah. So they took his guns anyway, and then this thing wound up going to the Supreme Court, and unanimously they agreed that the cops don't have the right to do that.
When the leftists on the Supreme Court agree with the other guys, that's pretty. How often do you see a 9-0 Supreme Court thing?
I don't think we see
that. Tell me the last time
you've
seen a 9-0.
I can't. I don't know. Patrick?
I can't think of any time I've ever seen a 9-0.
No, it's that's extremely rare.
It's epic. It's epic.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And so the thing here is, I'm not trying to excuse anything, but I think a husband and wife that have been married that long are gonna go through things or whatever. It didn't seem like the guy was threatening anyone. Definitely wasn't threatening himself. You know, things just got a little heated or whatever, which is what you would expect if you're married to someone for 27 years and then all of a sudden everything's falling apart, right? You know, the thing that people don't realize is if you want to do, if you really get that far gone, guns aren't your only options for doing bad things. You know, there's other things that exist that can do bad things. And where does this end, right? Do people take away your car because they think, oh, this guy could go take his car and mow down? There's wives all the time that run their husbands over, and probably husbands that do the same thing.
He can't have any sharp knives in his house.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know. Yeah. So
what
until
about that gasoline in that jug over there? What about that gasoline in that jug?
Yeah. Until
what about
someone
matches?
Exactly. And look, if you want to hurt yourself, I would say seek help for sure, right? But ultimately, if you want to hurt yourself, people can't stop you. You know? So the thing is, like, doing all of these things is pretty ineffective so far as I'm concerned. I'm glad they threw it out here. I think the question is now, does this help to overturn a lot of the red flag laws that exist out there?
All right, well, yeah, well, it's a building. It's a I don't know if it'll overturn them, but it's another
stepping block in there.
Yeah, groundwork.
Yeah,
Step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's presidents. Is that what that's called, president?
Yeah, or it's laying groundwork for people to use this finding to challenge stuff that's going on around the country, because I think a lot of the red flag laws around the country have to do with this care. What is this thing that they said here in the beginning? The community caretaking.
Yeah. Care. They make all this. It's all soft and precious sounding. Well, you know, we're gonna take care of the community. You know, like welcome to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
While I steal all your stuff while you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
Now they can put you in the hospital. They can Baker Act you in a second. You can get Baker Acted and you put in the psych ward for a while. They watch you and keep an eye on you, but that doesn't mean they should be able to come in your house and steal all your shit.
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
And treat it like shit when they take it and it comes back all rusty and some damn
if you get it back.
Some cop that's a ruster holding all your guns and there's rusty fingerprints all over your guns when you get them back. That kind of stuff really pisses me the fuck off. So
yeah.
And then they make you fight for it to get your stuff back. Even when they let you out of the psych ward, then you got to go get a lawyer and spend money to get your stuff back. Fuck that.
Yeah. I think there's already one of the things we say all the time when this stuff comes up. There's already things in place in America, and cops just need to use
thousands of laws.
Yeah, there's other things, and most of the time people, you know, like in this particular situation, they're just getting a little heated and having conversations and about things. We're human beings. I mean, you know,
if you're gonna have a heated conversation, leave your damn gun someplace else, okay?
Yeah. You know,
get the butter knife out and put it on the table. Get the butter knife out, you know.
Yeah. You know, sometimes it just takes the guy, you know, it takes you
it's not always guys.
It takes you
always guys.
Yeah, but listen, it just takes you a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days to realize that, you know what, you get divorced, you go to Costa Rica, you know, you can get a new wife like that if you really need one.
Get some, you know, senorita. Yeah, take your money, go bye, see you later.
Right. You know, but
it's not just the guys that do this stuff though.
Lots of people, for sure.
There's a lot of crazy chicks out there. So
yeah, I think until people just start threatening other people or actually doing things, there are cases where there's people who turn dangerous out there, right? So I think that, you know, what they need to do is use the laws instead of throwing all these laws into effect and making it easier, and then having in a lot of parts of the country there's police departments that are more than happy to do this to get your stuff so they could sell it and make money. What is it? Do you see this thing from John Ski, Walt? This is for you.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not interested in Macmillan TAC 50. That's
what is that? TAC 50?
That's it's a precision bolt action rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm 50'd out, so
yeah. Okay. Flying Ridge says, remember holdmyguns.org.
Holdmygun.org.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't need any more red flag laws. Red flags. Like I say before, I always bring it up. Who flies a red flag?
The Ruskies.
Commies fly the red flag, and that's what these red flag laws are. And community safety and community service and family safety and protect the women. They use that excuse too. They use protecting the women to take your stuff away too. We have plenty of laws for that already. We don't need any more.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What other stuff do we want to go to here, Walter? Oh, I've got this picture that you sent me. So this is a picture right here of Walter's just showing the upper part of that, the slide. Check that out. So this is your nice little Glock conversion here.
This is the Glock 23 that's in 40 cal. And I've had this gun for years, but I maybe shot it once or twice because it's a compact sized Glock, and the 40 cal is just, to me, not fun. It just wasn't pleasant to shoot. So I picked me up from Bear Creek Arsenal. I picked up a 9mm conversion barrel. So, and it's also threaded at the end, which the other barrel was not.
Nice.
Threaded, the 40 cal barrel.
That's always a good option to get.
I'm not real hip on the shininess of the whole thing here. I'm going to have to take a little steel wool or something and knock this down to a matte finish. But yeah. So now we'll take out the 23, and we'll get some rounds through it, and maybe compare it to a couple other guns that I've got. Have a 9mm Glock 19 sized shooting comparison.
Okay.
I think. So.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. I've got some stuff here that I could show off too. By the way, Barnauls, just got a thing from Barnauls here. Check this out. Just got this Glock 34 slide. Newly minted, still in the plastic.
This is one of theirs.
Is this a Barnauls specific?
Yeah,
I mean,
their brand.
It doesn't have any markings on it. Let me see. I don't know if I could get the.
It's in their packaging though.
Yeah, it's in their packaging.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little Glock 34 slide. Right there. We've got some different things going on around here in relation to these that I can't really discuss yet. But got that and a burl. And I got a burl in. So let's see, from Barstow Precision Machine, this burl. Check that out. See, there goes the burl.
It's the burl.
It's in the packaging. It comes in the little stocking. I like it when the
nice. It comes in the plastic.
Yeah, it comes in a little plastic stocking thing. Look at that.
Yeah, it's on a little prophylactic.
Yeah. See, there you go. This would go. Yeah, that's nice. Nice machining and stuff like that on it. So there you go. Barstow is on. I don't know if anyone could even see that on there, but it's got some writing on it. So there you go. So shout out to Barnauls. I'm gonna be seeing the Barnauls guys at the end. What is it? Probably on Saturday. So
going on a road trip.
Yeah, the IV 88 thing. And just so that I don't forget, because I'm probably gonna forget it. So I think we're doing the show today, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we're taking off. But I am going to do a show next Monday from the road.
Cool. On the road again.
So that way you folks don't have to, miss out on your injection of Babyface P.
Oh, God,
and
what?
Walter from SHF. You get your shots. Oh, look at this.
This is another upper from I did a build on one of the FMK AG1 lowers that I bought from Classic Arms. This is basically a Glock 19 size gun. Over this way, but this one has no serrations or anything on it, so it's really slippery. And I've been trying to think what I want to do.
You should do some scroll work on it. That would be nice.
I was thinking about maybe doing little SHF palm trees all down the side of it, or something.
That'd be cool.
Or do some Hank Strange Blaster logos down there. That'll be sexy, I think. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. Now,
Cody Milbacher wants to know, what does Walter think about Bear Creek Arsenal Stiff?
have never had any problems with their stuff. I think a lot of people, they had some issues at one time, you know. But I think a lot of people don't realize that Bear Creek Arsenal makes a lot of barrels, and they do a lot of OEM stuff for other manufacturers. So you think, well, I got this so and so gun with this so and so barrel on it, and they go, well, you maybe got yourself a Bear Creek.
Yeah, you probably do. Someone's asking if it's a Gen 3 or 4. It's a Gen 3. Glock 34. Cool. Well, there you go.
Yeah, this do we have the Bear Creek Glock barrels? There's nothing wrong. This went right in. Functions nice and easy. It didn't have to do any fitting. Some of these times when you put a different barrel in, you got that little file in here, a little file in there. I haven't shot it yet, but we'll do that tomorrow in the bullet trap, and I'll report back. Yeah.
What were you going to ask, Patrick? Do we have any projects?
What lower is that a secret still of what lower that's going on?
Yeah, there's some different things going on. So see, I'm not sure exactly what's going where right now, because we do have a couple of irons in the fire. So this might wind up going into something else that maybe you and I are doing, or it might wind up going into something else that somebody else is up to. So
now, what's the 34 typically? A normal 34, what is that?
A Glock 34? 9mm?
It's a long slide 9mm.
Yeah.
Okay, long slide 9mm.
Yeah.
Which like a 17L, basically. It's the same thing as a 17L.
Yeah, it's a nice gun. Great for like for if you're training and stuff like that. So I've got all the Glocks. Except I don't have the new carbine yet.
Well,
yeah, I'm waiting.
Now, okay. Speaking of that, I saw the patent stuff, and I saw the operating gas system they're using, which is nothing epic. It's been done before. It's just kind of strange that the Austrians decide to bring it back to life.
What kind of gas system is it?
It's a type that the Germans came up with it back, I think, that was World War I or 30s, whatever. The CZ-52 rifle, the gas system encompasses the barrel. It's around the barrel. It bleeds gas off, and it's like a piston around the barrel, and then op rods coming back.
So you're saying the barrel is a piston?
No. There's like a piston around the barrel.
There's a piston around the barrel, and it pushes that.
That's putting it kind of simply, but yeah, that's the idea. Yeah,
okay.
Correct. So, like I said, the only places. Okay, let me back up here. The Germans made a rifle in World War II that used that same. I forget which one it was. It was an 8mm type, kind of like a Garand of their type. And then after World War II, the CZ-52 that Czechs made, which shoots the 7.62x45 cartridge, uses that same type of gas system. And that was the only one that's really been used much in combat. I mean, in different conflicts around the world. But yeah, it's kind of strange that they would go with that. I don't, And they got a bolt. They have a really strange like bolt head bolt arrangement too, which is a little. I don't know if it's overly.
I haven't looked at the plans yet, but I mean, Glock doesn't make anything tailored to civilian. I imagine this is for some sort of Austrian army thing, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You're gonna, I don't think you'll ever see it here.
Yeah.
Because they're very conscious of their public image too. Yes.
Yeah. That's not really the Glock that we want anyway, right? I mean, is that really the?
It's not that's the Glock really you're looking for. Is that the one?
No, that's not really the carbine everyone's waiting for.
If you think somehow you're going to see a Glock carbine based on a pistol from Glock, I don't think you're going to see that. So,
you never know. You never know. I'm sure it's out there. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. By the way, I got some stuff from Pixamite. So shout out to Pixamite. Pixamite feeds my
addictions.
My addiction. Yeah, that's a good way to put it right there. Oh, no. You guys not gonna no. This, I didn't even look inside this box. This is crazy right now, what I'm looking at. Look at that. Boom. Cybertruck, he says, oh yeah.
Is that
now you have to let Lola drive this thing, too. Laugh out loud. That
is it an RC car?
Yeah, it's a little tiny remote control. That is so cool.
That's pretty cool. I'll give you credit. Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Look at that. Oh, Pixamite, you are awesome, man. I'm gonna have to do something really nice for Pixamite there. That is amazing. Yeah. So I got my first Cybertruck. Now officially a Cybertruck owner. I'm never gonna take it out of this box. It's never.
I know. We all know.
It is never coming out of that box. By the way, he did send a tank for Walter, which I don't know if Walter is ever going to get. That's that. Cool. He sent that the last time, but I don't know if Walter is going to get it. You know, and there's some other cool like Hot Wheels. So he realizes how crazy. Let me see if this is going to focus. Come on. Nope, don't want to focus. He realizes how crazy I am about
Hot Wheels in general.
Yeah, come on, focus for crying out loud.
Anthony C. It was the Gera 41.
There we go.
The German rifle.
Yeah.
The
Gewehr 41.
Gewehr.
Well,
Gewehr 41. That was
ERH.
Yeah, Gewehr 41.
Oh.
That was the Gewehr 41 was the Walther implementation, and then the Gewehr 43 was what, the Mauser. Or maybe that's backwards. Maybe Mauser did the first. I can't remember.
A43.
Yeah.
You know, this is really cool, man. This is I'm pretty stoked about the Cybertruck. Are you guys talking about guns?
Yes.
This is actually pretty badass. Thanks, big shout out to Pixamite there, for keeping the Hot Wheels passion going. You know, Patrick, you don't get me. You don't get me nice. You don't get me Hot Wheels, man.
I just come and let you use the house anytime you want.
You know, it'll be nice. Sometimes you're like going through Walmart or someplace. You see some Hot Wheels, like, you know what? I'm gonna get one of these.
You assume that I shop, because I don't.
Yeah. Wait, aren't you? Oh. He's not allowed into Walmart, I don't think.
Oh no, I'm not allowed in CVS now. That girl did not like me. I was gonna try to buy something. If they had a self-checkout, I would have done it, but there was no way she was gonna sell me anything.
That was rude.
Yeah, do you want to explain to people
that
what
was rude?
I would have reported her.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody knows new CDC guidelines is if you're vaccinated, you can be mask free. So I went to CVS locally, and the girl asked me if I had a mask. Well, sir, and I just ignored her because I wasn't even thinking. Then I hear, "Do you have a mask?" And I turned and I looked at her and I went, "No." I just kept on walking. She's like, "You need one. You have to have one." And I just kept on walking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going to. All I was going in there for was an Arnold Palmer. I was going to get an Artie. I was going to have a little sippy sip of an Artie on my way home.
So you're just thirsty, just a thirsty.
I'm just thirsty. That's it. I was thirsty. And,
that happens in Florida every second.
So then I realized, like, I was looking. One, they didn't have Arnold's in the can. They only had the bottles, which are like more expensive. Which is weird. And I realized if she was literally coming to chase me down with this mask, if I didn't put a mask on, there was no way she was going to check me out. She wasn't going to ring me up. There's no way. So I just turned around and walked out.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was walking out, she was like, I can't even believe it. That was so rude of you to come into a medical facility without a mask on.
What?
I was like, that's literally, that was
medical
literally what she,
yeah.
I was like, I didn't say anything. I laughed, but it's like, you're a convenience store attached to a pharmacy. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's not a medical facility. It's the biggest part of a CVS is a store. The store is the biggest part of it.
Oh God!
So technically, if they want to call something a medical part of that, it would be the pharmacy, but it's not. It's not.
No, it's not. It was just.
And it's also not cool for someone like, okay, if it's some rude person who's going in there that wants to say something to you, but why is an employee even getting into that?
She makes $6.50 an hour. Like, if it were me, I'd be like, I don't fucking care. You know what's funny? The flip side of this is we've heard for so long how COVID-19 disproportionately affects black people. I went to the little ghetto gas station around the house, which is what I call it, because it's kind of like it serves. We have a small black community not far from here, like right around the corner, And that gas station pretty much serves that community. Like it's the little black gas station. I love that place, by the way.
That's okay. You know.
I know exactly
the girls
that were working. Yeah, the girls that were working in there had no masks on. The people patronizing the place had no masks on, and they didn't say shit to me. I walked in, I got my Arties, and I went home.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gas. Like a lot of people have already relaxed that in Florida. Didn't DeSantis put out something? What was it? A week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Publix, Walmart, all those places have already said we're not following this any longer. It's it's pure crazy. It's just pure crazy.
There's some people that are just super conditioned, man, and they're just gonna be.
It is, and like when we jumped on that whole. Did you guys see that whole Rachel Maddow thing where she's saying, "Oh, I have to condition myself to not hate people. I can't. If you don't have a mask on, I have to recondition myself to not look at you and think you're an anti-vaxxer or a conservative." You're crazy. You people are fucking crazy.
You know what? I saw something from Maj that was talking about this, and I think also the vaccine, where he was like, "What happened to my body, my choice?"
Yeah, no. Your body, our choice.
No. Wait a minute. Now, just not get the two confused. That's not the same subject.
Yeah, exactly.
Not do that.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill Granny. Don't kill Granny.
But I don't think most people. But remember, Patrick, the thing you have to remember about Gainesville is that when we first got into the COVID lockdowns, remember Gainesville had that mask thing for like 2 weeks, and then they dropped it, and then the people of Gainesville asked
them to bring it back.
Yeah, they're so batshit crazy. Yeah, they demanded that they bring it back. Yeah, ass clowns.
They're pure crazy.
That's the open and inviting and everybody's welcome into our community, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come on,
it's funny how that works unless you're
all types of popes.
Yeah, it's funny how you're racist if you ask someone to show ID when they vote.
Oh my
but
God,
it's not,
right?
I mean, and this is the thing, like people say, "Oh, you guys gotta stop talking about everything's racist." Yeah, this is what we have to do so people will stop this nonsense.
So look, growing up, you used to be what's called prejudiced. That's what it was. You were
prejudiced.
Prejudiced. Remember that word?
Yes, sure.
And it's prejudice, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, see, they stepped it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand what racist. When you're racist, you're trying to keep people down.
Yeah, I think everyone has prejudice, right? Everyone
prejudice is a
but
mindset.
Everybody's
Racism
not racist.
is when you act on. Yes.
Bullshit.
Yes.
I mean,
prejudice is when you think a certain way. Mm-hmm. Racism is when you act on those thoughts.
Yeah, and
when you tell somebody, "No, you can't shop here because you're black," which doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing. I want your money just like the next guy.
I know. I want the green. I don't care what you look like. As long as you ain't a criminal, I don't care what you do around here. I want that green.
I don't understand. I don't. So, like, for example, let's just talk about the mask thing. The mask has gaps in it. So
it doesn't make sense. It's never made
so
sense.
People getting all crazy. It's not like if it's a requirement that you wear a spacesuit, and therefore it is.
There are those out there doing that.
Let me remind you of something.
Hermetically sealed.
Right here.
Uh-huh.
These aren't covered. So long as these aren't covered, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
It's going to come into your eyes because your eyes are wet.
If you don't have gloves on your hand, a whole bunch of different things.
The gloves.
And
the
no
glove doesn't
one
help it because you just spread it more.
Have you looked at how people are wearing masks? Like the people who work in these stores.
It's hilarious.
I saw at the event we went to Saturday. This guy's walking around. He had a fucking nose this long to begin with, and then and I noticed that shit because I don't have a big snout. He had this big old long nose, and his mask is underneath it. And I'm like, I want to say, like, what's
the point of even wearing that shit if you're just gonna?
Or they'll have it on, and then when they talk to you, they take it off. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing? Come on.
Yeah.
It's silly.
So one of my sons was telling me he was working in a store. They got jobs, so he said he was working in a store, and there was an old lady, and he's wearing a mask. I guess that's the store policy or whatever. And he's talking to this old lady, and she was like, "Take your mask off. I can't hear what you're saying." He was like, "Yeah, I just took it off." And I was like, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that." You know, some people, so like especially older people have that issue, but some other people cannot hear and they need to see your lips to understand what you're saying to them.
We can't order at Subway because they have glass between us and plexiglass and masks. Nobody can fucking hear us order. It's so annoying.
Yeah. And if I can't hear you, if I can see your lips moving, I can kind of tell what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Yeah. Brian Quick says skin is your biggest organ. Oh, listen. Should we talk about that thing I told you guys before we run out of time? By the way, by the way, you know what I'm going to talk about, don't you? By the way, I see Rod Mills is sharing the news about the Supreme Court thing. We did just talk about that. Here, I'll run that in real quick for Rod Mills. We did talk about that, so you guys can go back to that. But
I got a question for the audience still. I haven't been watching the news, and I don't watch the news anymore. Has there been any mention of on the national news type people?
Has there been what? Of the Supreme Court?
Any mention of this ruling in the national news?
Oh, I doubt it.
I would somehow doubt it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's only, I guarantee you're only going to hear it on Fox or conservative, OAN, things like that. You're not going to hear about this. It's a big win for, it's not even a win. I shouldn't even call it a win. It's not a freaking win. Sense. It's the Constitution.
Right. That's one of the fundamentals that caused the whole Constitution to happen is this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Brits would have been loving people and not been so fucking torturous and overbearing, there would never have been no Revolutionary War or anything.
So this all reminds me of something that I did send out to you guys this weekend. I'm trying to find where I actually sent it to you, but it's easy enough to Google. Now, you all remember my theory about us evolving from fish, right? You guys remember this. It's very well documented.
God, here we go.
If we had the chips, we can look into this. But here's what I want everyone to Google right now. This is what I want everyone to Google. Google breathing through your butt. Because
I'm not Googling this. That's going to come up with some weird ass shit.
It's actually a thing. No joke. Check this out. No joke. Pigs and rodents can breathe through their butts. That's right.
I remember you saying that earlier.
All right, well, let me just remind you of
rodents. Wait. Hold on. Rodents and pigs share with certain aquatic organisms the ability. See? Certain aquatic organisms.
Can we get into...
What?
Beyond the fact of breathing through your butt is the thing, how did we discover this? Who put an air hose up a pig's ass and then shoved it underwater to see if it would die?
I think this is a legit question.
Die. Don't get fooled by this. It will die.
It's a legit question.
Don't get overexcited. Don't get too excited over this.
Well, we took the scuba tank and we turned it upside down and gently inserted it into the pig's anus.
It's a legit question. What were you going to say about this, Walter, before I go back to this very scientific article?
This is like the aliens. We saw aliens last night, and they transported me up to the moon. You know, it's like what?
This is a for real thing. This was a study that was done here. Let's go back to it because we got to stay scientific.
What I wanted to say was I'm not a pig or a rat, so
Well, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen. Rodents and pigs share with certain aquatic organisms the ability to use their intestines for respiration. Finds a study publishing May 14th in the journal Med. The researchers demonstrated that the delivery of oxygen gas or oxygenated liquid through the rectum provided vital rescue to 2 mammalian models of respiratory failure. Okay.
So they were shoving super oxygenated liquid up pigs' asses.
Yes.
That's what they were doing.
Yes. So several aquatic organisms have evolved unique intestinal breathing mechanisms to survive under low oxygen conditions using organs other than lungs or gills. For example, sea cucumbers, freshwater fish called loaches, and other freshwater catfish use their intestines for respiration, but it has been heavily debated whether mammals have similar capabilities. Okay, so in the new study, Takabe and his collaborators provide evidence for intestinal breathing in rats, mice, and pigs. First, they designed an intestinal gas ventilation system to administer pure oxygen through the rectum of mice.
Could you imagine? God, I hope they picked the gayest mice. Those poor mice.
Let me just put you a picture here. how many of those critters got whoop in the process?
Well, yeah. No.
Too much pressure.
Too much.
Or shot across the room like a rocket.
Lord, what kind of sphincter device were they? How do you even craft that?
This is science at work.
Like,
it could happen.
I wonder who financed this. I gotta see who financed it.
Yeah. Does it say who financed it? Because that's hilarious.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can see. Kathleen Music Lover said government at work.
Marley is always
listen, with support from the Japan Agency for Medical Research and Development.
Of course, the fucking Japanese would do that.
To combat the coronavirus disease. So I think they were using this as like a method. Perhaps they were looking into methods of us. Instead of masks, we can all breathe through our asses.
This is another excuse. When Marley complains about my farting, when Marley complains about me farting too much, I'm going to tell her it's suffocating me from the inside. I can't breathe.
Practice. You're practicing.
You're burping.
That's right.
You're burping.
You're practicing your underwater butt breathing. Listen. This is what I strive for here on this podcast. Okay. I strive to educate the people.
You've never gone before. That's what
Yeah, I've never gone there before. Mike Wright says someone wrote an application for a grant study that ... So there you go. Richard Mondo says Dems gave them money, and Armament and Access says and off the rails. Chris Bullis says oxygen enema. We're gonna see. You're gonna go to Vegas, Walter. You're gonna go to Vegas for SHOT Show. And there's gonna be butt breathing bars. I predict.
Joe Carpenter. If you put your oxygen up?
Joe Carpenter said, "How many mice said wrong hole?"
Yeah, poor things.
So there you go. And Florida Gun says, "I guess if you can get drunk through your butt, which this is a thing I've heard people do, right?"
You can die from that, by the way. You get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Did you ever try this in college, Patrick?
No. We had a teacher in high school. The rumor was, I thought we had this story that I've always heard is we had a teacher in high school that him and his wife were alcoholics. He actually got alcohol poisoning and died from it. And the rumor was always that they were putting it up the butt. But, who knows? It could be fake. But you can get alcohol poisoning from butt chugging.
I've heard this once or twice about people like coffee and caffeine in the backside.
Yes, that's a thing. I like the taste of my coffee. I don't want to
It's called keistering. It's called keistering. Apparently.
Keistering.
So now you can keister oxygen. Mr. Lovell says pay big money for that in Vegas.
Does your asshole have to wear a mask?
Yeah.
So listen, we're just trying to stay on top of science here.
We are following, as they say, we are following the science.
Yes, I hope everyone enjoys that.
Song from the 80s. He was blinded with science.
So anyway, listen, we're tragically smashing up against the 9 o'clock hour. So Kathleen Music Lover says suppository. I think like an air suppository. And Check Your Six says so will CPR still work that way? Can you imagine when
those old those bellows you see like in a
Oh God!
That's like in that was like in The Princess Bride where he said he's only just a little bit dead. No, he said he's mostly dead. He's mostly dead. He's just mostly dead. Yeah. So all right. So anyway, listen, we're gonna wrap this up.
Len Holt mentioned colonics in there. I know somebody seriously that does that stuff for a living. People.
Yeah.
Oh God, could you imagine that? Pun intended, has to be the shittiest job on the planet.
Where they flush you out, flush your backside
out.
No,
thanks. That is not my job. No thanks. I don't want to.
This is the future we have to look forward to.
Flushing buttholes.
This is how they will save us from the coronavirus.
That'd be a good punk rock band name.
Mr. Lowell says, "Did you ever have a Martina a la ass?"
Like a funnel.
Oh boy. Okay. Listen, we gotta wrap it up. Because we'll just Kathleen Music Lover says pina colonic, anyone?
Oh, God. Oh, that's the way we end the night right there.
Yeah, okay, so listen, Patrick, tell the people out there where they can find Babyface P. How they can
YouTube.com/Babyface P, or on Instagram is baby_face P. New video went up today. We have another one going up next week, and we have a lot more content coming. Lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Awesome, very good. Walter, what about you? How can the people find Safety Harbor and Dirtfoot Racing?
They can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, both Safety Harbor Firearms and Dirtfoot Racing. There's safetyharborfirearms.com. There's stenparts.com. Don't forget about Sten Parts. And that's how you can do it. Dirtfoot Racing actually has a website, but it's not turned on yet. So.
Oh, okay. We'll get that turned on. Florida Gun says, can you imagine if the backfire if they put too much oxygen in there? Someone's gonna come up. Which one of you guys wants to do the words of wisdom? Before
I don't even know what I'll say.
Edward Andrews says bottoms up. That's bottoms up from Edward Andrews. So check it out. Listen, make sure you guys go check out US Law Shield. We have a link in the description for that. You can save some money if you get an annual plan, plus we get a couple of shekels out of that. I appreciate it. I'm going to run in the end here, and then this is the proper place for the end to go, by the way. And then we're going to come back, and one of these dudes is going to hit us with the words of wisdom when we get back here. Big thanks to everyone, especially TUSC Firearms Crypto. Here comes the end. All right, guys, thanks for watching the show and listening as well. We appreciate you guys. Smash the thumbs ups, ring the bell, share this. If you're listening on audio or you want to, we'll rip the audio out from this and throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to get your audio podcasts from. Who's doing this? Who's doing it?
Make sure you stay safe from the cannibals. Coming for all of us.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got.
When they start putting things up the booty hole, that's how you know you're getting prepared.
Cannibals are coming for us all.
This is how you know you're getting prepared for to be a feast on someone's table.
Putting flavoring up your butt.
Yeah, this is how you know. This is how you know. Walt, what you got to say?
I gave you the words of wisdom. You got to watch out for the cannibals.
I'm at a loss. This last conversation just completely gone.
The words of wisdom are, I'm at a loss. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, we're out of
here. Keep that sphincter tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No breathing through your butt. We are out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys. Peace.